the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. I'm going to start right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson's edifying to the elect, wherever you might be out there. Shalom to the 144,000. So it's the brother Amwan Padak coming at you with a very quick lesson. This is a heads up, just to keep you on your toes, man, and paying attention to what's going on. All right. 2 Esdras 16 and 37 tells you about the plagues that are drawing nigh. All right. The Lord is going to send plagues upon the earth as a form of judgment for the wickedness that goes on here. So it could come in the form of natural plagues happening. All right, natural diseases and pestilences coming about, or he could use Esau, all right, to bring forth his bioweapons, and that could be a form of the plagues. And this is something that you got to be mindful of, man. All right, this is part of end time prophecy. Yeah, man, we're in those times. I'm gonna show you really quick with a video that I just came across. Here's a video from BitChute. Okay, check it out. So this is going into that bird sickness that they've been talking about, man. And it don't seem like it's slowing down. So very interesting to see what Esau does with this right here. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Why are we talking about this? It's not an outlandish idea because the WHO pandemic treaty has the term One Health approach, which wraps environment into the entire conversation on epidemics, pandemics, infectious disease. So this idea, these blurred lines, it's really written on the wall and written in treaties. So why are we reporting on this? Well, in parallel with this climate emergency story that Biden is considering calling, is this in the news right now? Very important. Check it out.
Bird flu is back making headlines.
A lot of consumer concern about avian flu.
H5N1, avian influenza, aka bird flu.
Federal officials are expanding bird flu testing as outbreaks continue to pop up.
The largest supplier of eggs in the U.S. has halted production after some of its chickens at a Texas plant tested positive for bird flu.
6 states are reporting outbreaks of avian flu among dairy cows. This week, a Texas dairy worker had pink eye after testing positive for the virus.
It's not only affecting birds, it's affecting squirrels, dolphins, all different types of mammals.
The more that we allow this to spread in mammals, the more we're tempting fate that this could evolve in ways that it could threaten humans.
We are definitely taking this seriously. This is a new development. Cows, mammals, being a reservoir gives this virus new opportunity to change. And that's what we're watching for really closely.
Could this be the next pandemic? In terms of the animal kingdom, it already is a pandemic. It's in every continent. It's infecting all types of animals.
Is this COVID all over again? Is it far worse than COVID?
It's one of the worst we've seen. So, again, without scaring people, it has the capacity to be worse than COVID.
What's not reassuring is that we've learned as recently as COVID that we can be surprised. So I think vigilance is appropriate.
Oh, we're glad to have you. Glad to be sitting next to you talking about this. Let's expand this a little bit in a way the legacy media will never do. And so it's interesting because in 2023, Reuters, a year ago, Reuters ran this headline. It says vaccine makers prep bird flu shot for humans just in case. Rich nations lock in supplies. And that's Reuters. And now the current headlines, they're still talking about this. It says U.S. could vaccinate a fifth of Americans in a bird flu emergency. So those headlines are already being prepped. They're already being rolled out there. The FDA, because this has jumped to cows, is testing milk. If you go to their website, they're giving regular updates here. But you have this, 1 in 5 samples of pasteurized milk had bird flu virus fragments, FDA says. So they're PCR testing milk products on the shelf. And if you go to their actual website, the FDA, it says this: the FDA continues to advise strongly against the consumption of raw milk and recommends that industry does not manufacture or sell raw milk or raw milk products. FDA has a long history of going to war with raw milk manufacturers, literally, like SWAT teaming them. Yeah, so the FDA is out there. They're testing cottage cheese. They're testing baby milk formula. Haven't found anything in those yet, but that's the story there. But with the other part of this conversation is the cases. So there's been 2 cases in the U.S. This H5N1 is really not very good at, when it gets into a person, jumping to another person. It does not transmit very well. So we've had 2 cases, one in 2022. This is the CDC's own report from that time. And you can see it's, kind of a milquetoast report. U.S. case of human avian influenza A H5 virus reported. It says person had contact with infected poultry. So they were culling some of their poultry herd, basically, because of suspected cases of H5N1. But it says public health risk assessment remains low. And that person had, if you go into that report, fatigue for a few days, and that was their only symptom, and they recovered. Not to say this is a mild disease, but then we have in 2024, this year, we have another person who allegedly have come down with it. CDC report again, and this report's a little strongly worded. It says highly pathogenic avian influenza A virus. And as you saw in that news report, the patient reported eye redness, basically, some pink eye as the only symptoms, and is recovering.
All right, so you heard it. You see what's going on, man. Now, you know how Esau works, man, with gradualism. But this is in the headlines, man. They're saying that this thing is spreading, it's jumping from birds to mammals and now humans. So I'm not giving out any medical advice on this particular video, all right? Because they like to strike down videos where, you mention certain things. But I'm just playing the news, man, the headlines, showing you what's going on and relating it to biblical prophecy. So the Lord talks about plagues in the last days. This very well could be one of them. All right. And like I said, it could also be Esau orchestrating this shit. But it's all by the will of Yahweh Shemiel Shai at the end of the day. So something to keep your eyes out, for, and just, keep a close eye on this, man. They're talking about it could be worse than that C19. And they're already rolling out those jabs for this already. So I got one more article I want to show you, and we're going to get some precepts. We're going to close it. All right, here's an article right here from End Time Headlines. It says Finland set to receive first EU procured bird sickness jabs. All right, got to speak in code a little bit. It says the EU's Health Crisis Authority will sign a contract with CSL Seqirus, all right, next Tuesday, to secure hundreds of thousands of doses of its H5N1 bird sickness jab, adapted to protect people against the latest deadly strain of the bird sickness. And first doses will head to Finland. So they already, come on, man. They already getting the doses ready, man, for you people out there to take it. All right? They already didn't, man. And now all this information is coming out about that C19. And if you people run out, you people run out to take this shit, man, hey, that's all I'm gonna say, man. It's on you, okay? It's on you. So yeah, man, it says a senior commission official with knowledge of the matter told Politico that the Health Emergency Preparedness and Response Authority, or HERA, will sign the joint procurement contract with CSL Seqirus on behalf of 15 member countries. All right. The first batch of the jabs will be immediately shipped to Finland, the official said, where workers and mink farms are considered at risk of contracting the sickness from contaminated animals, because they said that it was spreading to all kind of different animals now, not just cows, but also, what they said, dolphins and shit. Like, oh, this is what they're saying, man. I'm not making this stuff up. You heard it. All right. The contract is currently for 665,000 doses, with the possibility to buy up to 40 million doses over 4 years. The HERA, which has been in talks with CSL Seqirus for months, approached the company last year to ask it to update its zoonotic bird sickness jabs to the dominant circulating bird sickness strain. But to do so, CSL Seqirus asked for a minimum guarantee of sale to make the transaction profitable, something the HERA could have guaranteed through the joint procurement. So yeah, the point is that They're shipping these jabs out, man, for this bird sickness. Okay, let's get a few precepts out. All right, so we started out with 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 37, all right? I'll read it one more time. We'll continue to read. It says, behold, that means look here, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, meaning they ain't going to hold out too much longer, man. The Lord going to do something, man. He going to send them plagues one way or another. Right, verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, and 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Okay? And it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. So whatever is coming, whatever the Lord is orchestrating in regards to these plagues that he's already prophesied to bring, it's going to be bad, man. They talking about this one's going to be worse than the C-19. So we'll see. We'll see how Esau plays it out, and we'll see what the Lord does. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau is ultimately nothing more than a pawn of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He's nothing more than a chess piece that the Lord moves around at his will. So whatever Esau does, it's the Lord's will. If he sends out a bioweapon or whatever. So the plagues are coming. Just know that. But we got hope in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua no matter what happens. Okay, we don't have to run out there and take Esau's jabs, man. You know, we depend on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And once again, I'm not giving any medical advice, just spiritual advice. All right, let's get a precept on that. All right, James chapter 5, verse 15. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, shall raise him up. And if he have committed sins, they shall be forgiven him. Okay, so there you go, man. The prayer of faith shall heal the sick. And we're coming into the time where we're going to see the men of the Lord doing miracles, man. Just like in the times of old, in the book of Acts. I like to call this time we coming into Acts 2.0. All right, the Lord's finna show his power through his men healing certain people. All right, that are the elect. All right, so this could be a leading up to that. Okay, so this is what you got to consider, man. We told y'all last time, man, when that C-19 thing came around, everybody was panicking and shit. Everybody was scared as hell. They didn't have no faith. A lot of Israelites went out to go get them jabs. Now they scared. And a lot of them ain't even here no more. I'll just put it that way. I'll leave it at that. Because they didn't have faith, man. They didn't pray to the Lord, man, for protection or to heal them. They went out to Esau and trusted this damn devil. You see? So that's what's going on. All right? So they're going to bring another round of this shit. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see if you people run out to take this one. But they might actually make it to the point where this thing is going to be really scary. It might be, because the C-19, they said it was like a, mild symptoms and whatnot. But this one could be some crazy shit, man. They've been talking about Ebola-like viruses being brought forth. People bleeding out of their orifices, man. It could be some scary shit like that. But nonetheless, the elect are going to trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right? You see, we didn't go out there and take them jabs, man, and we still here. All right? We still here. All right, GMS, we told you, man. So, through the Spirit, just a quick, warning of what's to come, according to prophecy. And, the news is talking about this shit, man. So keep your eyes open, man. Things are getting ready to get very interesting. Never trust thine enemy, as it tells you in Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. All right?
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.